Okay, so
Look at
should I
that.
just play?
Wait. Okay. There. I think it's yeah, it's broadcasting live. Cool.
Your sound? Do that again. That didn't sound great.
Oh, yeah, it's very secure.
That's better, yeah. Uh-huh.
Should should I turn here? I'll turn on original sound, but then you'll hear the jackhammering more, I
Oh,
think.
I see.
Just out. Can you hear that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the jackhammering chilled for a second. I can go yell at them if it ends up being that bad. But, oh, one other thing, just like kind of interesting. You know Christian Sands?
Remind me who that is?
Um, Amazing piano player, uh, like just like legendary in like straight ahead jazz. He's like
I don't think I know him then, actually.
Grammy winner. Look him up, Christian
Mm.
Sands. He's he's like just one of the he's one of the
Hmm.
cats who's like he's like Emmett Cohn sort of vibe,
Yeah.
but a little more like soul. Um, he moved to LA,
Mm. Mm.
so I've seen him out at a couple things, um, and he came to this jam that I was at last night. So we were hanging out and talking, and he played and he was amazing, and I played. They call it. I thought I knew this song. It's a jam with singers. This legendary singer Stevie Nicks, vocal coach for like Beyonce and all these people. Um, so a vocalist called a song, and I thought I knew it, and so I got up. I was like, I got this, and then it got to a bridge that I completely forgot existed, and I just totally fucked it up and just made a total fool of myself. Um, and then like I tried to play another song after that, like a Christmas song, but I was because they wanted to do some Christmas standard, but it was one that I like sort of knew also, and I didn't play it very well, and I was also just so like nerve wracked from not knowing the previous song because this is a room packed full of like A level vocalists,
Yeah.
um, and it was just like a horrible jam experience
Huh.
with Christian Sands there, who I'm
Right.
like, this dude is so amazing. Then then later that night, it like I got back on and just it was a great jam. I killed it, but
Mm.
like man, the jam settings are not easy. Like
Yeah.
um anyway, that's it. So there are there are three people watching the YouTube right now. I think probably one is me and probably one is you if you're on. Did you like log on to see what it looks like, or are you?
I didn't. I didn't.
Okay, cool. Then, oh no, there's six now. Okay, so some people are actually watching it. Cool. So yeah, for anybody watching, this is just I want to broadcast my lessons live so that other people can get some out of these too. And Ian, who's my longest running piano student ever now, is is amicable to it. So
Hmm.
hope you guys
This
enjoy.
is lesson 89, by the way.
Mm, God, 89. That's insane, man.
Mm.
That's insane. You've improved so much. It's crazy. Um, so yeah, we won't be taking audience questions, but feel free to comment and converse with each other in the chat and talk about us. Try not to troll too hard. All right, well, we're gonna be doing rhythm changes.
Yeah.
Did we do a rhythm changes head?
We did anthropology.
Oh yeah, it's a long time. Do you want to? Okay, so do you want to play it for me? The goal is just to like get some pointers to
Yeah.
um in the
So it's
end.
like one of those things, this is aiming for this masterclass thing, an hour and a half, 10 piano players, and really, we've only got about 5 minutes, 5, 10 minutes each.
Yeah.
So really, I think just playing one chorus is pretty much all I need to do. You know,
Cool.
he'll. I think he can get what he needs from hearing one chorus. So
See, I hate that because you can't really get into any sort of improvisation.
yeah, I know,
Like,
but
you might
the
as well write
that's
out
just the
your.
constraint of the format. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a great fan of that format, but there we are. This is going to be the last one, so
Okay.
uh, anyway, so I'll do that. So I won't play ahead right now. So.
Okay. Cool. Cool. I already know what to break apart. Okay. We can pause. We can pause. We can pause. So I know the direction we need to go to break apart some of the things that you're getting stuck in. Um. So there are a couple layers that I want to address that I think we can do in the length of this lesson. In the time we have left, I think we're going to start with the left hand, and how it engages with the right hand. It's very boxy right now.
Mm.
And I know that's a weird metaphor, but like you're you're basically like you're making some melodies in the right hand and you're following them very closely with the left hand. There's no real counterpoint going on, and it
Yeah.
makes it sound like you're going in fits and starts with the phrasing. You know, like you don't want to go like if I were to go 2, 3. You know, you want to go 1, 2, 3. You know, it's like a bouncy back and forth
Mm-hmm.
that'll give it some driving, um, and it'll make it sound a lot more hip. So to do that, I want you to just start with like playing one note, play the one in the right hand, and then give it some counterpoint in the left hand, like what, like 1, 2, 3. You know, and just focus on the one note and the counterpoint, the rhythmic counterpoint that has with the left hand.
Uh-huh.
Pause for a second though, make sure it's rhythmic phrases. Like, you know, so let me see how to pinpoint what you just did. Like the rhythm that you did was like you did something like that. You still want to think of yourself as like if you were a horn player playing this. Like you'd never like doot 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 doot. You'd be like bop ba bop bop. Like make some like real statements rhythmically. You know, like yeah, it's very different from like. And I guess the technical thing is it's just like you're being pretty staccato with it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
with which rhythmic counterpoint doesn't mean that the rhythm has to even be more accented, much less staccato. It just it's the bounciness, the interaction between the left and the right hand.
Mm.
Like you know, so try that. So I want you to do try not to ever play them together
Hmm.
and do a little bit like less actual notes so that there's a real interaction between the two. You're still just doing the same thing in the left hand, but you're fitting the right thing into it. But I want you to be cognizant of where the right and the left hand actually engage, right? So like this is an example. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there, it's like it's I'm doing rhythmic phrases in the right hand, and they're they are using things that we've discussed before that I want to bring back to the surface now on a rhythmic level, which is like the call and response. Right at the end, I did that like same, same, different, same, but with slight variation, like a beat ahead. Which like that'll come. You don't have to intellectually understand like that one phrase is A with the variation format, but you do need to be cognizant of like what it feels like when something is a rhythmic phrase, because
Mm.
those sorts of things will come out. Um, so try it again, and I think like you're on a level where you can just think in terms of rhythmic phrasing. Make sure that there's a rhythmic that something makes sense as a rhythmic phrase when you play it in the between the right hand and the left hand. And it could be even like if I my phone's recording so I don't have a metronome, but I'll try to use my foot. You could be like um uh 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, let me think. Which do I want on the offbeat? 1, 2, 3. That was like one thing consistent and then a variation from it. Um, but something that's set that speaks rhythmically in one way or another, like a little bit.
Okay,
So,
I'll
so
try.
try that. And people in the chat are now commenting about the green piano. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, everybody. This is the blue room, which has the green piano in the studio. Maybe it'll become a thing. The guy with the green piano.
Just realised my camera's slightly weird angle. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So we still have to dig into the. There's a box you're playing in that I need to open up, and
Uh huh.
I think we can do it from just this exercise on the one. So try it again on the one, and think using space. thi- Think three things. Don't play anything that doesn't make sense logically as a rhythmic phrase. So like, which means if it's questionable, just don't play it. You can
Mhm.
wait until something comes that makes sense as a rhythmic phrase. When you play, be assertive and be very clear. So like only phrases that make sense and make them very clear.
Mhm.
Um, in fact, let's just keep those two sort of ethos for now. Um, yeah, and try it again, just on the one,
Hmm.
and then with the left hand.
Hmm.
Okay, pause the tape. And don't play them simultaneously for the most part. You every once in a while you can hit them simultaneously,
Mm.
but I want interaction between.
Yeah.
And I know we haven't really focused. I know that this hasn't been a focal point of like how the left hand interacts with the right hand, so it's a
Hmm.
little bit new. But I think that just getting this nuance in there will make a big difference in when you're doing.
Cool.
Yeah, expand it a little bit. Expand it a little bit. Hey, these are melodic phrases are phrases as well. It
Huh?
doesn't have to be. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have to be like it doesn't that when I say melodic phrases like you would you did some phrases that were like clear, like that's a clear melodic phrase, but you did some stuff where you like um where you ended the phrase like, and then you like didn't really go anywhere, like you stopped a phrase in the middle of it,
Mm.
but not really, it didn't feel like you were stopping it intentionally to leave anticipation. It was just like you were doing part of a phrase, you know.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
like the goal here is clear rhythms that engage with the left hand in a way where it flows forward, because that's what the left hand is doing. It's providing a rhythmic counterpoint to make the whole thing flow, and um, then the melodically, which you have, you know how to do this. Um, then whatever you're doing in the right hand melodically is like full phrases, or you stop a phrase short with the intention of disruption and making anticipation, but one or the other, but not anything in between. So like, and you can hold a note, you know. That was wrong. You know. know, do you hear where that's like it's going back and forth as a counterpoint, but everything I'm playing in the right hand is a clear rhythm in a phrase that's like moving it forward and saying something, you know? It's
Uh-huh.
not like diverging. That's the idea. Does that make sense at all?
It does. It
Okay.
does.
So try it again and do really simple phrases, and stay close to home. Don't
Mm.
think melodically too much now. I still want to think more rhythmically. Like so stay around that area.
Cool.
Um,
We're getting some big booms. Is that the construction, or is it you're not
construction.
kicking a mic or something? Or
No, it's the
it's
construction. If
yeah.
I can go yell at them, should I
No,
go?
don't worry. I just want to make sure it wasn't some thing where your
No, it's literally the whole
your knees hitting
room
the
is
mic or something. That's
shaking.
what it sounds like.
Ugh, fucking Inglewood. I need to like mobilize my following against them. That's literally the only thing that's gonna happen. Is have everybody like tweet storm the mayor. Be like, what the fuck are you guys doing to this small business?
Mm.
Um, in fact, I can go to ask them to work on a different part of this construction right now.
Brutal. Sounds like a war zone.
Yeah, yeah. You want to give me 1 second? You want like
Sure.
practice, play a little bit? Let me go outside
Right.
and just like tell
Okay.
them to stop. fucking phrase. It sounds so much better. Yeah, cool. Sorry to take that time, and
Cool.
I don't know if they'll be good or not, but we'll see. That has an effect. That was good. That was sounding. I mean, shit. That's like exactly. So you were doing melodies. You were rhythmic counterpoint. It was sounding like real phrases and moving forward. So okay, do just one chorus now. Pretend you're like in the class
Right.
and give me a straight chorus. Okay, cool. So that was good. It got a little off in the end, but I think you just kind of like uh, lost a little concentration there.
Uh-huh.
That so, the, yeah. That's good. Now to let's see if we can push it even further. So now I want you to think like all melodic phrases. Um, imagine. Well, let's do like the imagining exercise. Imagine you're like a a sax player. Let's be a sax player for
Uh-huh.
a minute. You know, so like you know how Cannonball Adderley does phrases in like that's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying do the triplet thing, but like
I think I think Hank Mobley is a good one to think about.
yeah.
He's,
There you
you know, he's like not as busy as
go.
Train and Cannonball.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Uh,
Yeah. So imagine you're Hank Mobley,
hmm.
and you've just done whatever drugs that he was privy to. And now you're on stage, and you're going for
Okay.
it. So. Okay, pause for a second. Pause for a second. Tell me about that phrase you just did.
Well, it wasn't very thought out.
Mhm. Yeah, but you don't need to think it out. But think it out in
Yeah.
retrospect. Like it's okay that it wasn't thought out. You don't need to do stuff thought out. But I just want to catch it, and like what was problematic about it? Let's just think like notice.
Well, you know, it kind of leading to the one with well, the two, which is
Well, yeah, when you landed
trickier
on the
to,
two,
you know.
you this was your
Right.
your like if you were on the five, like
Yeah.
but then even so like I think that the reason that didn't work is it just wasn't very cognizant of where the changes were.
Yeah.
Because then when you hit the three, you were still there, which works with the three, but it's just not. There's no like reason for it to be on the natural six of the two, and then the five of the one, and then remain there for the three. It's like
Yeah.
it's like just not. It's not aware of the changes. So
Yeah.
I think the solution to that
I
is
was
just
so focused on Hank Mobley.
be.
Everything else went out everything else went out the window.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so be Hank Mowgli, but Hank Mowgli playing over like thinking about the
I
chick.
think it's when you said the drugs bit. It was just like I was like, okay, I'm totally like not on the planet now.
Right.
So
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do like
Do a smaller bump and
Hank Mobley like
in the studio, really focused.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Coffee,
cool.
coffee, no
Cool.
heroin.
Perfect. Perfect. Great.
Okay.
I don't even know that he was one of the cats who really did a lot of drugs. I think just most of
I
them did.
wouldn't be surprised. So many did, but you know. Oh, by the way, have you seen the? You got to see it if you haven't. There's a documentary on Roy Hargrove. It's
Oh,
really amazing.
I heard about it. I do have to
It
watch.
might be the best jazz documentary ever.
Wow.
You know? It's really that good.
God, it's so crazy that he died. Did you get to meet him?
Roy
Huh? Yeah.
Hargrove.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's a
Did
good
you?
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
I mean, people said he was a dick, but he was never that much of a dick to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Anyway, okay, Hank Mobley, straight Hank Mobley.
Kind of made that. Nice. That was good, Chris. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Nice, man. That was good. Okay. So cool. There are things that are missing in that. I think are things that would just take that aren't mime things, but are actually technical practice things. If you do arpeggios and get those really down in every key, you'll be able to do stuff like what you were just doing that makes a little more sense over the changes. Like you'll be able to stay in the change.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think that the Hank Mobley thing made me play phrases that I wouldn't have. You know.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Which is
So
good. It good.
it's
It
quite
broke.
effective. Yeah.
Yeah, broke you out of your comfort zone a little bit and got
Yeah.
you into areas that, like, actually with a little more technical skill, you can break
Right.
through these
That's
other.
that's what you know. It was the ideas start with kind of taking me a little bit out of my depth.
Hmm.
So, which is a fun place to be, but
It is. It's
yeah.
cool. Yeah. So, why don't you, why don't you, um, let's see here. All right, so do another chorus just like you were gonna do, just like you're playing it now. Let's see where your mind is at.
Hmm.
Yeah, solid. Solid. I feel like you're in it now. Like you're in the pocket. By the way,
Hmm.
how many of those t-shirts did you make?
Two. This is the one with like the people I know and stuff. So
I love it.
I
I
don't know
love
everyone here, but I know a few of them. But
It's so funny,
yeah.
man. Are you like selling them online? Is like there like a
No,
reprint?
there's some. I don't know who the guy. He's actually. I realized it's an Etsy vendor who has had these jazz T-shirts, and the first one, you saw the one with all those piano heroes, and then I was like looking at it the other day, and then I realized he's got like a customizations section. So I was like, damn,
Hmm.
I'm gonna make my own list.
I gotta.
So
Can you send me the link to the
yeah,
Etsy guy? Maybe I'll make a.
it's quite fun to like come up
Oh,
with your lists.
yeah.
I'd like to see who's on your list actually.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I'll do like a sort of troll and I'll put like all the communist dictators on it and just like
Right.
see if anybody notices. Stalin and Mao. Anyway, cool. So I feel. Do you want to just? What do you want to do now? Like, I feel like you've broken out of the box I wanted you to break out of. Do you want to
Okay.
just
Well,
do you
any
want
other
to?
kind of? I mean, is there anything else? I mean, it's interesting kind of coming back to rhythm changes after taking all these other diversions.
Yeah,
So like I guess my main one was feel. You didn't like say anything about that.
it's
Hopefully it's
because
better,
yeah, your
but
feel
let me just
feels pretty good, man. Feels pretty
yeah.
good. It's like the 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 thing that will make you like it's the rhythmic counterpoint thing was more of the problem, and now
Hmm.
you're doing that, and so it doesn't feel like boxed in, and that helps with feel too, like being
Hmm.
cognizant of the right and left hand and how they're engaging with each other. So um so that's cool. Uh, and also the rhythmic phrase on the one that helps you be cognizant of feel too. I think, you know, and for you it's more of a mind frame in this. There are things that we could do now to break you out of the technical barriers, but those are long term. Like that's not something you're gonna get tomorrow. But what I would recommend if you wanted to like then but there are two you could transcribe a rhythm changes solo. That's a
Right.
big important thing, and then take those phrases that we have on the bebop sheet, like uh,
And take it through all the keys.
yeah, to get those bebop
Right.
phrases down, but then also try to integrate them, like uh, that's like taking a piece of that phrase and putting it in where it makes sense. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but make sure you get the phrase in all the keys. Um, and then take rhythm changes through all the keys. Huh. Like be able to play the same thing in beat. Um, but those are three things that are, if we're spending a month on this, we go
Mm-hmm.
through and we do those things. So I don't know how long you want to spend on rhythm changes before we go back to the other stuff that we were doing. Because it sounds like you can hang in a, you could go to a jam session and play rhythm changes and do a fine solo at this point,
Mm.
which is really great. Um,
Yeah, that's something I need to actually go and do. So,
mhm. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I think it's just interesting to just come back and review this, and then it's like a mini. So actually, I don't know if you saw one of these. There was an open studio video. They actually have got it. It's like a marketing thing, but one of the things that they were saying is, to grow, you have to have all these things that you kind of that have naturally in your childhood, like, and one of them is like goals. So,
Hmm.
when you're a kid, you have structures of exams or performances, and it's really easy not to have those things as an
Hmm.
adult. And I thought that was right, and I think we have been doing that, but I actually don't right now. Apart from that, this aiming for like the Monday thing,
Mhm.
I don't have anything beyond that. So kind of working out a goal, whether it's a gig or I need to create a goal. So
Yeah.
um, So that's some. I feel like next week we should kind of go back to kind of figure out what are we trying to do next? Because I think last time we talked about goals, we were talking about, getting the triplets and eighth note thing together, and we didn't we started a whole bunch of things and didn't really finish
Diverged.
any of them,
Yeah, yeah.
So
fair
I feel like we need to reset. There's a whole bunch of directions we opened up, but we didn't really finish any of them.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Do you want to like look into those and talk about them now, or do you want to do those?
I mean, let's start because I mean, I don't. I mean, well, I mean, we can quickly just make. We did the eighth note thing. We did the eighth and triplets. We did Afro Blue. We did. Well, I guess those tunes for Jeffrey. I mean, the Afro Blue was a good one. We also did. We started doing. You are all the things. All the things you are, right?
You are all the things.
You are all the things.
Um,
We probably. I guess we could look back at what we've.
yeah, we also had the standards list, like the 6 standards: blues, rhythm changes, blue bossa, sidewinder.
So that's one thing. So I never did. I've never done blues in all keys, and I feel like that's. I mean, you talk about jam session
I know that's
disasters. So I was
Yeah.
at the North Sea Jazz Festival, and they had a jam stage. I thought, okay, I'm gonna do this. And then I get up on stage, and there's some guitarist, and he can't play in any other key except E.
Oh no.
And so I thought, okay, if there's anything I can play, it's like a blues. And
Uh-huh.
then he wants it in E, and I was like, what?
Um,
So just like immediately thrown off, It's like jams, they're pretty challenging.
yeah, I would say no. I mean, that's great. We can do close to E. Let's just do E flat. That's perfect.
But I feel like I should. I mean, we've taken rhythm changes through all the keys, so I just need to, make sure that I've covered blues in every key.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think.
that's a good one. That's a reasonable one. Let's write down all the possible goals before we pick one though. So let's like
When we started all that. I mean, this is going back now, but it was like the left-hand bass stuff with the sermon.
yeah. I mean, we could go. I think there's if mastering, well, not mastering, but like getting solid the different the different aspects of a blues in all keys is a very valuable thing. Like you could do if you could do all the things that we had lined up, like the sermon bass line, comping in the right hand, comping in the left hand, and soloing, um, and then even walking the bass line and soloing a little bit, which is really hard. If you could get that in all the keys, then it would level you up in your like grand scheme of being a player. Um,
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I think that's the kind of goal that I think that's the perspective to think about it, is like what's the most valuable kind of, if if there's some skill that I'm going to spend the next 6 months
mhm,
really focusing, what's the most important thing?
mhm.
Because I feel like the last year has really been about feel, and it's not perfect yet, but it's definitely come a long way.
Yeah,
So it's
definitely.
like picking something like that's just essential,
Hmm.
and just
Hmm.
turning it from a weakness into a place of comfort.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think that blues and all keys is a great one. Let's just write down the possibilities though, because there's standards
Yeah,
that
I've got a list of here things we've done. So rhythm changes all keys. Blah. Oh, drop two we started,
Mhm.
and then drop two tempos we were working on. So we kind of got up to 200.
Mhm.
Licks in all the keys, transcription, rhythmic. There's all these metronome exercises that I should be doing as well.
Mhm. Well,
And then there's always repertoire,
yeah, yeah,
tons
standard.
of repertoire.
No. But do you have like I I think that maybe like I want to do something that will level up your whole playing. I think that out of all those things, the blues in all keys in the different ways is gonna be the most universally applicable if
Yeah,
we go for it. I don't want to spend
yeah.
6 months on it. I want to spend maybe like maybe we could spend like 3 months on that and then 3 months on
Is that? Yeah, it's like a key a week, you know.
yeah, and then and then arrange a little house concert for yourself or a gig or something where you invite some
Mm,
friends over
yeah,
and you have a band play and you learn, you know, four songs, like four standards that you really get down great that you play as a performance. Like that
yeah.
could
Like a mini gig.
yeah, feel like a self-curated, you know.
Uh-huh.
That might be the way to do it. And then if we make that like a 6 month timeline to get that.
Okay, that makes that I'm because I'm already starting to plan my official birthday,
Oh, cool.
which I'm moving because my birthday is actually on Sunday, but it's the worst time of year to have a birthday
When is
because
your
nobody
birthday?
ever comes if you have a party. So
Uh,
I'm moving my birthday to the summer.
Wait, when is your actual birthday?
Sunday, this
This
Sunday.
this Sunday?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit!
yeah.
Happy birthday,
Thank you, thank you.
man. That's cool.
So no, but the actual big party that's going to be summer, so maybe that could be part of it. Part of it. Mini gig. 6 months. So what would that be? So that would be like do a blues, do rhythm changes, two more. I don't know all the things you are.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do that though, then do six because I would want you to do four standards.
Okay, so let's make a list. So all the things is a good one.
Hmm.
All the things. But the other thing, it would be cool to do one that's just not. Well, okay, let's do four. Oh, you want to do four standards? All the things.
So,
Let me look at my repertoire list.
is that people?
Oh, we should do. Does Afro Blue count as a standard?
Um, yeah, 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 absolutely.
Okay, so that's a good one because it's in three and.
What is that beeping? Do you hear it beeping? Is that
No.
the hell?
What about something modal? What
Um,
have we got?
I mean, Afro Blue is pretty
Oh,
modal.
that counts. That's as mobile. Yeah, doesn't it? True. What else do we need? The blues, rhythm changes, all the things. Afro blue. Oh, something Latin, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Here. Okay. So 6 tunes, which would be blues, rhythm changes, all the things, Afro Blue. I mean, you did Blue Bossa, right? You started that.
I did. I'm just wondering if it's just a bit. I don't mind that one. I just want.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
That's the trouble with it. Yeah.
Um.
I'll just put something Latin.
Yeah. You can think about that. And then like something really swinging, like um, Monin or something like that. Because
Monin's a good one. Yeah. Right.
cool. Yeah, I think
Mhm.
that is a. I mean, I'll tell you this: it will be a squeeze to do all the blue stuff that we want to do in 3 months. But I think you should try it. There's a lot like,
Okay.
but that's it's 12 weeks.
So tell me. I mean, give me a quick overview of what you're thinking you want to cover.
So I want to start with comping and soloing along with a backing track.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this in order of priority. First is being able to comp.
Yeah.
So Ah, something like that. I fucked that up a little bit, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Like, be able to do that with good feel, good 4 and 5 note voicings. Um, then solo over, obviously. Then I'll write these down too. Um, so comping, soloing, left hand bass, walking, right hand comping with bass. I don't think we are going to be able to get to left hand walking and right hand soloing in these 3 months. I think, but that would be like last priority if you're actually just like speeding through it.
Yeah.
It's like uh you know, just like that. That would be like the final frontier if we get there. May not get there. And do that in every so pick one every week. Um, and that's it. Comping, soloing, left hand bass, walking, right hand
Okay.
bass, right hand comping with bass. I think. Is there anything I'm missing? I mean, there are different styles of comping, but if we get too in the weeds of that, then that's going to take longer than 3 months anyway. I
Yeah.
think
I mean,
five
there's.
notes, 5 note voicings, and maybe the thing is when you get the left hand comping with your soloing, you'll be able to do the like the extended voicings like. You know, like you can just do octaves in the right hand, and so that's kind of baked in. So yeah, I think those 4 elements, getting those solid in every key would be good. So do you want to try that, and do you want to practice that this week, or do you want to just focus on rhythm changes and then do that?
Yeah, we'll pick up on next week with the whole. I mean, if I get bored of rhythm changes,
Okay.
I guess I might start this, but
Cool.
that's my main focus
Cool. Great.
till Monday.
Sweet. All right. Well, any other questions?
No, that's good. That's good.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Um.
Oh, I should tell you that I